welcome. Today I have to tell you it's a dog's world and we're all just living in it. It's Charlie's world. We're talking to the star of 777 Charlie, and I have with me, of course, Charlie, Rakshit and Sangeetha. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Sangeetha. Hi, Charlie.
Speak.
Speak.
Charlie, speak.
Oh, well done. And this is not the only trick that Charlie knows. Charlie can do paw. Paw?
Charlie, paw.
Paw, Charlie, paw. No.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, it's so amazing because this is the story of a bond between a dog and his master, owner, friend. What do we call you?
Friend, yeah.
Friend, yeah. And from everybody who's watched the movie, I've heard it's very emotional. And I think it's just a story that cuts across languages because who doesn't love dogs, right?
The unconditional love what they give, I think no humans can give.
Absolutely. And Sangeetha, how about you? You know, when you got onto this film and you know you were co-starring with a dog, what was your first thought?
Oh, it was amazing. It is very rare you work with a dog, and it was superb experience. A test of patience.
Yes. You know, they say never work with animals or children or in water. Why do they say that? Because I think it would have been a treat working with children.
I have worked with children, and that is not that difficult, trust me. But working with a dog is something, I can't explain it because we have shot for 167 days, and only because of Charlie, She's a princess, on flow, but whenever we have to shoot with her, she normally takes minimum of 30 to 40 takes, which is like, as she said, testing your patience to the limit.
It really teaches you some life lessons.
Yes, definitely. It's a lesson for everyone actually. But it was great. See, when we were working with it, it was difficult. But when we were watching it, it was amazing.
Of course,
Yes.
not just Charlie. Charlie had to be trained separately for the scenes. Firstly, there were 4 Charlies, I'm told. But she does most of the heavy lifting, 80% of the film. But you had to train along with Charlie for most of those scenes, right? So there was a lot of prep involved before these 167 days of shooting.
So every schedule was, say, 25 days. And before that schedule, I used to train with her for a week or two. And because when she's trained with the trainer, she listens to the trainer. The trainer knows few commands and she listens to it. But on set, she has to listen to me. So I had to, learn all those commands and make her listen to me. But once you're on set, it's not that she will listen to those commands and do it very easily. We have to struggle a lot there as well. Especially when there are 100 lights and 200 people walking around in the set, she's very distracted. One sound and she looks everywhere. So yeah.
It sounds like absolute chaos on the sets and madness too, but also very special bond and equation, that you develop with a co-star, and especially when it's such a lovable one as this.
When I started working on this film, I loved dogs. I always loved dogs, but I never had a personal equation with them for a long time now. When I was a kid, I had 2 pets whom I had got really close to. But after them, I have never had a personal equation with them. I think Charlie, when I started working with her, especially during the workshop or during the shoot, now though, we can't live with her. She lives in Mysore with the trainer, and we live in Bangalore. So we keep calling the trainer and ask him to get her here so that we can spend some time with her. Now the promotion slams are the best because she's always with us.
That's amazing, and that was my favorite part as well. When I heard that Charlie was going to be joining us, I was so excited too, Sangeetha. And I've seen you interact with Charlie, off screen, and I think you are very close to Charlie as well.
Actually, it was Rakshit sir, Prouced sir, and Kiran sir because they had most of the screen space with her. But whenever I got a chance, he hardly used to leave because he was very close. So she used to always go to him only. So he's more connected to her.
Every day she comes on set, she likes getting pampered. So as soon as she comes to set, she runs towards me. Once she gets pampered by me, then she goes to the director, and the director will pamper her, and she'll go to each and everyone in the crew, and once she's pampered, then the day begins.
She did that here as well.
Yeah.
She did like an entire round and she demanded pets from everybody. Like, I'm here, how can you ignore me?
Exactly.
And that is so, that's like, it's so adorable. I feel like, we are talking a lot about Charlie, and I'll come back to Charlie, but I also want to ask you, 777 Charlie is a pan-Indian film. Do you think, did you think it would appeal to everyone because of, at the core of the story, this is a universal one?
So yeah, as soon as we saw the first cut, there was also a time when we wanted to go to OTT. But once I saw the first cut with the reference music and stuff, we all as a team, we took a call that no, this film has to be experienced in theaters, because there is something, some experience in the film which probably you wouldn't have had in any other film. So that experience probably, you get only in theaters with that kind of a sound design and things like that. So we're very sure that we'll come in theaters. And as soon as we decided that we'll come in theaters, the next option was should we go pan India or not? Because see, the dog lovers are there across the country, and probably this is a film where when there is a market, obviously you should tap it. Otherwise, I believe it's a crime if you don't tap it. Especially after giving 167 days of shooting time and so much of dedication from the whole team. Like 200 people have worked for 167 days, and 3 years of effort, and the director has been working for 5 years. Probably you can't make 777 Charlie once again. We have not seen a dog film for a long time now. I'm sure even if we want to do it again, we won't be able to do it. So it just happens sometimes. And when you have such a kind of product, we thought we should explore the market.
Absolutely, and I think that's a fantastic and wise decision. Sangeetha, I'm told you auditioned for this role and you were selected out of thousands of applicants. How did that come about?
I didn't know there are so many people coming to audition, but if I knew, I think I would have panicked. But after I was cool with it when I went for the audition, and when I saw the script itself, it was so, like, one page itself was so convincing that I badly wanted this character. And I was told after 6 to 8 months that I am selected. So it was a great news. I was very proud. Like, I felt I was lucky that this is an amazing film, and I always love to be around dogs.
Well, I love your enthusiasm and passion for the film and Charlie, of course. Rakshit, you were always going to produce the film, but the actor was supposed to be someone else. But then later you decided to come on board. Was it Charlie's irresistible appeal that contributed?
The first time when I heard the script itself, I'd loved it. So, but I was busy with another film, so I was sure that I wouldn't be able to do this. But when that film was taking too much time and there was schedule gaps in between, that is when this actor also backed off because of his prior commitments. And then at one point, I think Kiran Raj completely gave up on the film, and he went to his hometown and stayed there for 2 weeks. And when he came back, that's when I asked him, do you think if I can play the role, because there is time, and if you can adjust dates, then probably you can do it. And this is the first time I have been working on 2 projects at a time. So otherwise, I normally do 1 project at a time. So, but when Kiran Raj heard that, so he was very happy, and then he made a few changes in the film. The initial draft was, it was a very smaller film than what it is today. But once I came on board, the scale of the film also increased, and probably it was destined to be what it is today.
Well, the film goes places literally all across the country. What was the most challenging part of that?
Oh, the most challenging part was shooting in the snow. Because we were shooting in very high altitude, and it was like -5, -6 degrees.
Wow.
And I couldn't even wear a snow boot because there was a continuity which we had to maintain. So I was wearing a leather boot. So my legs were getting completely frozen. And after every shot, I had to take my boots off and heat my foot, and then continue with the shoot. So that was the most challenging, I believe. Other than the challenges what Charlie gave us.
What was the most challenging part for you, Charlie?
Charlie, speak.
Being troubled.
Charlie, speak.
Speak, Charlie, speak.
Oh, well done. Charlie, this has been dubbed in so many languages. You dubbed for yourself in all the languages?
Yeah, she speaks the same language in all the films.
I know. What about you dubbed for yourself in Hindi, and I'm told it adds a very sincere and authentic quality. Yes, Charlie. Yes, it adds a very sincere and authentic quality, I'm told.
So, After Kannada, the next language I can speak is pretty well is Hindi. Obviously, I have a little bit of South Indian accent, but I think we managed well. I think Sanjay, the one who coordinated the Hindi dubbing, I think he gave his best and never gave up on me. So yeah, thank you.
What about you, Sangeetha? Did you dub for yourself too?
Yes,
Oh, excellent.
I'm very comfortable in Hindi because my dad is from defense. So I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya. Hindi was good, easy for me.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Lovely to know that you guys, actually we can hear them in Hindi as well, not just see them. So it's an added attraction for everybody. And I know I'm very excited. I've heard only rave reviews about the film. And best of luck to all three of you and the entire team. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie.